Kol Halor Yahweh Ba'ashum Yahushua Ba'ashum Rakah Chodash. The bonds to the apostles, the bonds to the elders. A great millstone Ruel tells his truth. Much respect to you brothers out there that's preaching his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of earth. Tabernacle David, Hope Elect, and Speckled Bird. I want to say Shalom. So I just want to get into this quick lesson. Yahweh Radazah is an edifying lesson. And this is a great showing of why Jake needs guidance, right? When you watch the elders video, it's a great, once again, it's a great showing why Jake needs guidance, right? And Tawada Yahweh Bashim Shah for this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, for us to understand that it's a waste of time to be holding hands or getting on a platform with these Christians, which when you go into the scriptures, they're anti-Mashiach, anti-Christ, right? You go into the scriptures, there's more than one antichrist. The antichrist that the Christians speak of, is not according to the Bible, right? If you're against this truth, you're against this wisdom that we have, right? You are a anti-Mashiach. And what the Lord say, right? That you shouldn't hold hands with them, right? You shouldn't hold hands with them. If you perceive that there is no wisdom, that they cannot handle the wisdom, all right? The wisdom is too high for them. Move away from them, man. All right? End the conversation. Dead the conversation. Move away, man. All right? But nah, Jake, when they get, as the scriptures say, knowledge puffing it up. They get the knowledge and they get a huge following. They thinking that they're doing something. Well, it shows you clear as day. Just because you know that you're Israelite doesn't mean that you have the full wisdom. Doesn't mean that you're going to make it. Right? Once again, this is a waste of time. This is a bunch of foolery, man. Let's get some scriptures. Proverbs 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Right? So in the past, right, before we had this wisdom, we fell. All right? We was in darkness. Right? But then the Lord breathed that breath of life back into us, man. Abba Bibbins and, the apostles and elders and brother, their elders and the brothers on down, right? We got the full, sufficient knowledge of this truth, right? And we awoke, right? And eventually, right, as the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. It's going to be shown, right, that we had the truth all along, right? And so with these dudes, with them moving according to their own accord, they show with their fruits they have no wisdom. Their counsel is failing. They're doing this for filthy lucre's sake. For those that don't have ad blockers, you a lot of times when you watch these dudes' videos, they're getting paid off of this truth. And the Lord said, get this truth out here for free, right? So there's no wisdom within these dudes. Yeah, they may have some of the truth, but they don't have the full truth and they don't have the full spirit. I love this right here, which we'll get in the NLT as well. 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Right? Don't be holding hands with them. Don't be having a platform with them. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? All right? Through the spirit, this man's Vocab Malone, he's an Edomite. He wants us to get on his platform. He's begging for us to get on this platform. And we tell him no. Right? Why? Because it's a bunch of madness. Right? We've seen it in the past. Right? You you bother the brothers. You make your videos. You chop out what the brothers say. Try to fit your narrative. So why would we sit down and deal with you? Those are moves of the devil. All right, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion Have light with darkness. Let's get it in NLT. 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 14. Don't team up with those who are unbelievers. Don't team up with them. Don't have a little sit down with them. Once you perceive that there is no knowledge, that they cannot handle this knowledge, it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. You're going to have a huge ass headache dealing with these Christians, man. Say your piece and move on. Or don't say anything at all. How can righteousness be a partner with wickedness? How can light live with darkness? Right? The Lord deals. You pick your side, man. That's how the Lord deals. He wants you to be either hot or cold. Right? What's the point of standing with cold people? What's the point with standing with unbelievers? What's the point of standing with dudes that believe in a whole nother God? Right? I remember years ago, there was a unity camp, if I'm not mistaken, with Wi-Fi and HOI. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering it right. But you had one of the Egyptologists and dudes, right, with the ankh around his neck. They gave him the mic and he started speaking madness, right? Even within that, right? You have dudes that believe in the MOTB, and you have dudes that don't believe in the MOTB, and they over there standing together. The Lord said, don't do that. That's madness. That's confusion, right? Somebody asks you, what is the MOTB according to the scriptures, and you can't give them an answer. Well, Slakia, one man is going to give them this answer, another man is going to give them that answer. That's confusion. What the Lord said, he is not the author of confusion. And this is what vocab Malone brings confusion. You over there sitting down with the devil, bringing confusion. Because one party is going to leave believing, all right, if they stand on their stance, they're going to leave standing on their stance, right? There's no point of trying to convert them. You let the Lord deal with that. The Spirit is going to convert them if they're an Israelite. All right. This is 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 15. And what concord have Mashiach with Belial? Or what part have he that believeth in the infidel? And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. And as power has said, I dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. Right? So it's like you bring in these gods of wood and stone, right? These idols of wood and stone into the sanctuary. What's the point of doing that? That's madness. The Lord said, don't do that. Right? But wicked Jake in the past did that. So there's nothing new on the sun. It's nothing new on the sun. Jake over there sitting down with the devil. Right? Wherefore come out from among them. Be ye separate. The Lord said, be separate. Stay on your post, preach the word. Stop dealing with these people. Say your piece and go. All right? You know, as in, do your sit downs, do your lessons. If they come up to your camp, say your piece. If they cannot receive it, you see that they're trying to go into a back and forth, move on. All right, either you got to close up camp or you got to tell them to hit the road, right? Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. And I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith Yahweh. Saith Yahweh Almighty. All right? So be separate. All right? We ain't supposed to move like these people. You know, Vocab Malone can't wait. You know? His channel is dry without us. And you giving them more fire. 1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they be of power. because many false prophets are going out into the world, right? The Lord has men out there that are made to deceive the flock that he doesn't want, all right? And those that may have been dancing to their tune, if the Lord has it in their movie, in his movie, that they're going to wake up and see the truth, see the light, all right, they're going to move away from those dudes. But that's all in the spirit. That's why you continue on your grind, on your spot, doing the work. As we read Isaiah 30 and verse 20, classic scripture. Man, Slakia. And though the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers out there on the highways and byways, doing their sit-downs, doing their lessons, right? We see our teachers doing the work. If the Lord's dealing with you, you're going to deal with them. You're going to start listening and learning, coming to the count, right? Get built up in the spirit. As we read, and thy ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, all right, that's the spirit, right? That's the spirit dealing with you. This is the way, walk ye in it. And when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left, and ye shall defile also the covering of the graven images of silver and the ornaments of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a minstrel's cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, get thee hence. So Lord's dealing with you. The Spirit's going to tell you this is the way, all right? And that unk chain or that cheesiest cracker piece, right? You're going to throw those away. You're going to take them off. You ain't going to wear them anymore, right? You're going to sell them, you're going to, burn them, whatever, right? Because you realize, man, I was bugged out. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for waking me up. Let's get some instruction scriptures. I love this right here. Psalms 32 and verse 8. I will instruct thee and teach thee in the way which thou shalt go. I will guide thee with my eye. You see, the Lord, how does the Lord do that? With his men, right? They teach you. You get built up and you teach men under you, right? And you continue in the way in which the Lord says to go, right? And spoiler alert, this is not the way that you should go, right? Let's get a little more. It's verse 9. Be ye not as the horse or as the mule, which have no understanding, whose mouth must be held in the bit and bridle, at least they come near unto thee, right? Don't be a man of no understanding, right? Going, which those animals have to be guided, right? Those animals have to be guided, right? So coming into this truth, we had to be guided, right? We were once young babes, but now you grow through the spirit and you're not a dumb animal anymore, right? You have understanding, okay? You have understanding. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, right? So why are you holding hands with the wicked? Why are you sitting down with the wicked? Tell the wicked their judgment and move on, But he that trusteth in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, mercy shall compass him about, right? Mercy is going to be upon the righteous. That's why I keep saying, say your piece and move. Don't have a whole show with these niggas. All right? Understand that they're going to have to learn the hard way that you had the truth. Verse 11, be glad in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, rejoice in ye righteousness, and shout for joy all ye that are upright in heart. You see, shout for joy all the upright in heart, man. Why? Because the Lord got your back. Why you got to deal with these people, man? Right? Don't be dealing with them. Proverbs 14 and verse 18, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The prudent is crowned with knowledge, and you can see by their fruits how they move, how they speak, right? How they deal. And that is not a very knowledgeable, not a very wise move that Jake is doing. Sitting down with the devil, having a whole show with him, teaming up with him, essentially. All right. Proverbs 14 and verse 12. There's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Right? So you may think it's right in your own, man, I'm just gonna have to sit down with Vocab Malone, man. You know, we're gonna squash our no, man. No, it's a waste of time. And what we're seeing is a clear downfall of the house of Saul. As the scriptures say, the house of David grew stronger, and the house of Saul grew weaker and weaker. And we're seeing the house of Saul with their doctrines and their moves, their power plays, right? They're not very wise. They may know that there is lights, but how they move, how they conduct themselves is not very wise. This is let's get that. Proverbs 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. You see, lean not unto thy own understanding. Lord is going to guide you. And one of the ways that the Lord guides you is through the Spirit and by his men. All right. As we read in verse 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. You see, all right. All the blessings, the life, this wisdom that you have, acknowledge him that he's the one that gave it to you. Right. Acknowledge the Lord. Don't boast in your strength and your wisdom. Boast in the Lord. Right. Because as easy as he have gave it unto you, he can take it away. And you don't want to be like this. Proverbs, Slakia. Proverbs 14 and verse 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man. That might not have been the right one. Yeah, it's supposed to be this one right here. Proverbs 14 and verse 15. The simple belief of every word. See, if the Spirit dealing with you, you will understand who's speaking truth and who is not, who's moving in the Spirit and who is not. All right, the simple belief of every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. All right, the prudent man is going to do his research. Prudent man is going to make sure he's, the people that he's following is standing on business, as they say, right? And it's not leading them into a ditch. It's a Proverbs 14 and verse 7. Go from the presence. This is one of the main scriptures as well that I was getting for this lesson. Proverbs 14 and verse 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him. Let me get that real quick. Not in him the lips of knowledge. Just read that again. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. What's the point sitting down with somebody, pretty much holding hands with somebody, if you can see through the Spirit that they're going to stay on their high horse, all right, and we're going to stay on our horse, and we're going to see who wins the battle, right? If they cannot intake this wisdom, if the Spirit's not dealing with them, and you read that they're an Edomite, or pretty much they're a 2/3, right? Move on from them, man. Move on. Over here having a damn TV show with this nigga, man. That's pretty much it. Y'all Raw Desires an edifying lesson. Want to give all praises going on to Yahweh, Ba'ashum, Yahushua, Ba'ashum, Rakah, Wadash, the monster of the apostles, the monster of the elders, the great millstone, Ruel, touch his truth, and the Wa Abba Babal Shalom.